Namaste everyone, hello, it's Kelly and welcome to day 28 of my 30-day video blogging challenge and welcome to my kitchen. One way that I like to get greens into my diet is by making green juices and smoothies from scratch. And a very, I would say, easy way to transition into doing this is to make something super yummy and then add a little bit of frozen spinach. Spinach is fantastic for getting iron, and if you make it your smoothie with some vitamin C packed juices, that iron will be more easily absorbed. So what we'll need is a blender. This is actually a really super cheap blender I got from Target. It cost $12.99. I have quite a relationship with blenders. For a long time we would get kind of expensive, really heavy duty stainless steel blenders, and I kept blowing them up. They would just blow up. And so this time I decided that I would go a different route. I would just buy the cheapest blender I could find, and it's worked great. So we'll begin by adding some juice, just some regular old orange juice. This is Odwalla, super yummy. We'll add about, if you're making for one person, I like to start with about 1.5 cups. We add a banana, whole banana, breaking it up so that your blender doesn't have to work so hard. Great source of potassium. Then I like to add blueberries. These are frozen blueberries, which will give our smoothie a bit of that icy texture. And I'm not super precise about this. I just dump about 1/3 of the bag in. Maybe half the bag. Now we have some strawberries that need to be eaten, so I've just cut the tops off of 3 strawberries. I'm going to add those. And then I have a bag of frozen spinach. There's about 1/3 of the bag left in here. And I actually think I'm going to use all of this. So we have all of that. I'm going to toss this. So once you sort of find your smoothie legs, you may wish to substitute this orange juice with water. I do that a lot. Sometimes the spinach is very strong taste. Some other greens I use maybe aren't so strong, and it's easier to blend them with water. The OJ is really a nice touch. So we'll plug this guy in, and we'll blend. Stir a couple of times. Just mixing everything up, making sure that that big chunk of spinach makes its way down to the bottom. Tastes good. And we'll just keep mixing and blending. So good. Until it's pretty uniformly just turning over and over and over. And I like to let it go like that for at least another 30 seconds. So let's see where we are right now. See how I blow up blenders? Oh, I don't know if it's supposed to make that noise. Okay, so it is really vegetable, and the pieces of spinach are super, super tiny. So it's, I wouldn't say this is homogeneous, but it's pretty uniform. So if you decide from here that you want it a little more thin, or maybe you're making this smoothie for 2 or 3 people, or you're going to just have this and have it for breakfast and lunch, you may wish to add a little bit more. You can add water, or sometimes I like to add rice milk, just for a little more by the way of nutrients. Otherwise, you're ready to drink. So we'll just pour this out. Oh shoot! This is what it's like in the kitchen with me. You can ask my husband. There's always something happening. Always some craziness happening. Anyway, you of course have seen how delicious I'm finding this. Now try one for yourself. It's out of control good. Thanks so much for joining me. Namaste.